Hey, what's up, everybody? Yeah, as you can probably see, I'm here in the living room. It's about 7:55 on Saturday night, 7:55 Saturday night, July 21st. And the reason I'm in my living room at 7:55 on a Saturday evening, instead of having my family member, my mom, sitting in here watching her show, and me being in there or in the rec room, or being out with family, probably in Modesto or here in town. The reason being is because last night, or yesterday and last night, me and my family went to Monterey to celebrate my cousin's, how do you put this? My cousin's wedding. My cousin, who's basically about 4 or 5 years younger than me, got married last night in Monterey on the beach, and there was a beach house right next to it. We had a reception and everything, and it was pretty fun. It was a pretty fun time for everybody. In fact, you're looking at the guy that grabbed the gardener, basically the gardener, if you will, the thing that the men take off, the husbands take off the wives after the wife throws the bouquet, then it's their turn to throw this. I'm the one that kind of reached up and grabbed it, if you will. Like because the last time I tried for that, it was at my second older sister's wedding. My dad said, "Oh no, do it again." But yeah, my cousin, who, like I said, is only 4 or 5 years younger than me, got married yesterday. So we went up there to celebrate. And we really didn't get. Hold on for a second. Let me shut this bird up for a sec. But like I said, we really didn't get done with the reception or anything like that until about a little after midnight, maybe 1 o'clock. And we really didn't. And we kind of got lost, if you will. I'm not going to say more than that. We just kind of got lost coming back to the hotel, which was the Holiday Inn Express in Marina, California. So we kind of got lost a little bit. But we made it back, and me and my second older sister and my older sister's husband stayed up for a little bit and had a few beers and all that, and as well as my niece. My niece had a few, my niece stayed up with us, let's just put it that way. But yeah, we all kind of stayed up, drank a little bit and talked, and then we went to bed a little around 3, so go figure. But basically today what happened is everybody, all my family, all my relatives, and some of my cousin's new in-laws, if you will, were all staying. We have this one block of the Holiday Inn. I don't know if it's certain areas, but I think it's one block of the Holiday Inn just completely to us, and that's it. Because we were part of the wedding. Not part of the wedding, but we were family members and relatives and friends. So we had that entire block off, and myself and my mom and my niece, we all shared a room. My niece and my mom had a bed, I had a bed, and now my bed is going to be my niece's bed, and my mom was going to have a bed to herself. So anyway, we just went through all that, and but anyway, we had that whole thing blocked off, and like I said, we got up in the morning. I got dressed and showered, went down to get some coffee in the breakfast area. They have a complimentary continental breakfast, and it's a lot better, folks, than some people give it credit for. The only thing is they kind of close it up at 10:30, which I think they should hold off until at least maybe 12 or 11. You know, let people get their morning meals in. That's the only thing I say they should extend. But besides that, you know, and we got to spend time with our relatives for the first time in a morning atmosphere. You know, my aunts and my uncles and cousins, first time in a while we got to spend the morning, if you know, breakfast, the kind of good morning kind of situation with them since I think, oh gee, when was it? Gosh, I think it was since the last time we went camping at Lake Comanche. That was the last time. But anyway, we all had a good time, talked and everything, and after that, we waited for another few hours and kind of relaxed, and then we went to the beach. And we went down to the same area we were before, the night and day before, and we went, you know, ate at the London Bridge. I think it's called the London Bridge and Up or something like that. Some of you that might have been to Monterey know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it was the London Bridge, basically was what it was called, and there will be some pictures, maybe some video, but mainly pictures that if you want to see them, they might be available to everybody on Facebook. If not, you'll kind of get the idea. But for anybody that's been to Monterey, California, or at least to those kind of areas, you know what I mean. You know how occupied it is, not just by beach people. People like to go to the beach, swim and all that, but I'm talking seagulls, I'm talking pelicans, I'm talking the works. I mean, you had some of these big ass pelicans just, you know, just standing there, like one, my niece was like one was like in the middle of the walkway, and my niece was afraid to get near it. So but we found out it's no harm, no foul. But then you had one seagull, like they're standing on this ledge, like here's the walkway, here's this little ledge, and you have a couple of pelicans. You have two big ass pelicans, and some albatross and, you know, pelicans and stuff, not pelicans, but albatross and seagulls and stuff. And this big one's like, you know, got this, you want to mess with me kind of deal. You know, like they were defending their territory. So, yeah, we saw them. We saw seals on the rocks and everything. We saw a mother seal and her baby. Or was it an mother otter or something? I don't know. It was a seal, I think. And her baby's house was cool. Then, oh, it's taking my dog. I don't know if she wanted back in or something. Come on. No, she doesn't. Good kitty. But anyway, they basically, you know, we saw a lot of good things around there. And then, like I said, we went to eat the London thing. My second older sister and my niece wanted to walk on the beach, find some shells. And I found some rocks and shells. As a matter of fact, I got to take some of these out to put on my mom's thing. She likes to have these kind of things for her collection. Like, you know, that's a nickel. But anyway, got this little rock off the beach, this one, and this one. So it's kind of neat what you'll find on the beach. And I also did something that a lot of people like to do in the sand. I kind of spelled out my family's last name, Walmer, and then for my church, and I'm going to show my church this, I'll see it, I put ACC for Adventure Christian Church. I couldn't put a pass in because that would have taken too long. Oh, there's one of the shells. Found the other shell. I had 3 of these. But anyway, that's what we did. And then my brother-in-law, my older sister's husband, drove me, my second older sister and her husband back here to the Central Valley. Because you see, the original plan, you know, plans change, everybody knows that. But the original plan, when this all first got started, when everything was put into place, the original plan was we, that being me and my mom, were going to stay 2 nights together. And my sister and her husband, I think, were going to share a room for the next 2 nights. At least that's what I thought. Or at least that's what I thought was planned. Or vice versa. That we were all, basically this is what it was. Either my 2 sisters and their husbands were going to share a room, or both couples were going to have rooms to themselves. So it would be like 3 rooms each for my family. But as things went on, there was a few things that kind of, you know, made us kind of think, well, how are we going to do this? Because you see, we have a dog who you've probably seen. You've probably seen in the background of some of my videos. And she's never been alone for as long as she was. See, usually lately we've been letting her out for about 8 to 12 hours when we're gone, roaming the house, doing whatever. But she's never had a whole day to herself, a whole 24-hour plus day to herself. And she had that starting yesterday. Because you see, the last time she saw me and my mom, because we're her masters, we're her owners, was a little around 12:30 p.m. And she didn't see us, and she didn't see me until recently, until a little around 7, or just about 10 minutes before 7. So she didn't really see us, or see one of us at least, until that time. And but the thing was, that was one of the main concerns. You see, we were either going to have somebody, one of our church friends, stay at the house, kind of do a house sit, if you will, and, you know, watch her for those 2 days we were gone, or 3 days, whatever, well, 2.5 days we were gone. But then things started to change. We figured, well, we could have our neighbors come in, give them a copy of the key, have them come in, check our dog, have them let her out and all that. Okay. Or, if she wasn't going to go, we would have had my niece possibly come in and check the dog and let her out and all that. Well, like I said, plans changed, and what occurred was we decided we were going to test her out. Okay, we decided we were going to test her out. You know, not put paper down, put pads down, everything, and see what she does. And thank God she didn't do anything. She didn't do anything whatsoever. But like I said, the plans changed, and what happened was, instead, because me and my second older sister and her husband financially couldn't afford to stay and spend money to get souvenirs and stuff like that, we decided, that along with some other relatives, we'll just come back the next day. Because some of our relatives just stayed for that day. Others were there since Thursday, but we decided to leave Saturday. So, to get the point across here, what happened was it was decided that my niece and my mom and I would share a room for one night, and my mom and my niece would then have separate beds tonight. Well, my brother-in-law, my older sister's husband, would take me and my sister and her husband back here, and then he would go get his son, my 8-year-old nephew, and take him back to Monterey. After maybe he took a break or something like that, but he would take him back to Monterey. So, the point being, plans worked out for the better. So now, tomorrow, I can go to church, represent my family, if you will, and go to the church picnic representing my family. But all in all, it was a great wedding. Everybody had fun. Everybody got to get up, you know, if you will, speak on the mic and say something personal and heartfelt to the bride and groom. And it was really fun. I mean, we did a lot of things. Had some good stuff to eat. We actually got to dance with the bride and groom. I got to dance with my cousin, and basically what it was called was a money dance. You know, you got to pay them like certain money. Just pay them. It doesn't matter what you paid them, as long as you got to go up there and dance with them. And that was what we got to do, and it was fun. It was fun. I mean, the funniest moment though was, you know how they always have that father and bride dance, right? Well, my Uncle David got up to the dance with my cousin, and we thought, okay, it's going to be a slow song and all that, just like the groom and his mother were doing. But instead, what happened is they stopped right. It's like not even a half a minute into the song, half a minute in, I think it was like something like that, and the song stops, and all of a sudden you hear this, Day-O. You see my niece start, not my niece, but my cousin start mimicking it, and then they started dancing to the Day-O song, and then there's some hip hop. I can't think of the songs right now. They just went crazy. I mean, obviously they've been working on something, and I think it did remind me, this was the kind of stuff they did when she was a kid. So, all in all, it was a great time. Got to see family we haven't seen in a while, like my cousin Sarah. Well, you know, my cousin Sarah, I hadn't seen her since, 2006, I think. And what was ironic is she went out of the States, went out of the country to Spain to study and everything. And that was the same year, in 2007, that I came back. And then also we got to reminisce and catch up with my other cousin we haven't seen in a while, and Richie, and it was just a fun time. We really enjoyed everything. It was a beautiful ceremony, and that's really all I can say about it, but that is why I'm here. But again, make this long video to try to end this long video as much as I can, or as quickly as I can. That is why I'm here. You see, if we had gone somewhat with the original plans in some way, I'd still be in Monterey right now and not here. So, really, that's all I could say. Just a great time was had by all, and that's about it. And that's all I'm going to say for this vlog, and I will talk to you all later.